Greetings and hello, all of you beautiful people. I hope you can see me. I can see me, so I'm gonna take that as you can see me, but I don't have much time because it's getting dark pretty fast. So, there are many special places that I like to hang out at. Some with friends, but some of them I prefer to be alone at. And these places are located all over the town of Rangeley, Maine, where I live and where I grew up. Some of these places my friends know about, some of them they don't, they're private. And I'm currently in one of my private places. Don't bother trying to figure out where I am because you're not going to. And the other day I was saying to myself while meditating, and then today while helping my dad cut firewood, I was saying to myself that definitely, like, you should try and work your tail off to get somewhere or to get something in life. You should definitely try. However, you shouldn't try that hard. Let me go a little bit deeper with that. Uh, there is a fine line between not trying at all and then trying so much that it's gotten to the point where, like, you're gonna be so pissed off if you don't get this thing, or you feel like you feel like the world owes you a favor. You feel like this thing is meant to be for you because you worked so hard for it. Well, that's not how it works either. Um, I'm not professional at this kind of thing, but I have had experiences where I have worked my tail off for something and I didn't end up getting it. And it's a huge blow to the chest, but that's when Buddhism and Hinduism comes in, and you need to train yourself and practice to give something your all, but don't give so much that when something doesn't happen or doesn't go the way you thought it would, that you're going to be so discouraged and disappointed that you're never going to try anything ever again. Like an example would be love. Try your hardest with a relationship, try your hardest with love, but don't, oh, I got a text. Try your hardest with a relationship, try your hardest to love another person, but don't try so hard and invest so much in that person and that relationship that if it for whatever reason falls apart and does not go the way you thought it would, then you feel destroyed so much to the point that you never ever try again and you just give up completely. There's a fine balance between the two, and you got to figure that out for yourself, because I had to. What I'm getting at is I was sitting here in my special spot, and it's just a neat spot to hang out at, And then I see this pile of sand in the middle of the woods, which sand is like mixed in with the dirt, but it's mostly sand and like dirt, but like clearly piled there. And it wasn't here a week ago. So I was about to leave and I decided to snoop around a bit. So I checked out the pile of sand and I see footprints everywhere. And then I see piles of poop everywhere. And then I find what I think is a stick, and I pick it up, and it's a deer leg, which was pretty gnarly, if you ask me. But I feel bad for the deer, because it was clearly a baby deer. It was the hind leg of a fawn, which is a baby deer, for those of you who don't know your animal slang. And it was eaten, obviously. And I look, and there's a hole in the ground next to the pile of dirt. And then next to the riverbank, there is another hole. And I'm like, oh my God. It's a family of foxes. Now, I started doing wildlife photography naturally, like it just happened in 2015, 2016 when I turned 16 years old. And I was using my dad's camera, and then my parents got me my own camera, one upgrade from the camera that my dad has. And foxes happened to be the first animals, the first animals I photographed and the first wildlife things I photographed. And that was on my 16th birthday. Well, then another family of foxes came along and they used the exact same den that the previous family did. And that happened like 2 or 3 years in a row. And then it didn't happen and I was bummed. But then I went to another place somewhere on the other side of town, and I found another family of foxes, and I was like, oh my god. So in total, I have photographed 5 or 6 different fox families over the years, and after today's experience with just by total accident coming across a fox den, I mean, I haven't seen them yet. They might be here, they might be gone, I don't know. But I take that as a huge, huge sign from the universe and the gods, the old and the new gods. I take that as a sign that foxes are definitely one of my spirit animals, if not one of my main spirit animals, because I'm a huge believer of that stuff. I'm a huge hippie. If you don't know, you should. And I love foxes so much. I love canines. I love wolves, but I've never seen a wolf in person yet. Hopefully that will come around someday. But foxes, man, they've just come up at the most random times, and oh, I couldn't be happier. I'm maybe gonna set my game camera to hopefully capture them, because it's too dark now. Even if I did have my camera with me, I'm glad I had my phone with me so I could document how I feel, because I feel super happy right now. I love this stuff. Wildlife photography is one of my most favorite hobbies, especially of foxes. And like I said, they were the first animal I ever photographed. So naturally, they're like my spirit animal, and oh, it's so cool. All right, it's gotten really dark since I started videoing, and you're balancing on the branch right now like a teeter-totter. Um, I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stick around for. It's mostly dark out because I'm in the trees, but if you can see the light behind me, it's pretty light out still. Um, I think I'm gonna turn my phone off, stick around for a little bit longer, see if I can see these beautiful, beautiful animals, but I don't want to disturb them. And note to you, whether you are a wildlife enthusiast like me or not, if you ever do come across a wild animal, do not approach it. Like, it's okay to observe it, it's okay to take pictures, it's okay to hang out and admire it, but keep your distance, be smart, use common sense. Yeah, just respect the animal as if you would want to be respected. Don't talk loud, don't throw shit at it, don't try to talk to it, just enjoy it, you know what I mean? Don't try to feed it or pet it, just enjoy it. Um, yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna turn the camera off. I wanted to share my happiness with all of you, and I'm glad I have my phone with me. Alright, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Oh my god, I just got a great idea. This title is going to be Unintentional ASMR Wildlife Photography, or Unintentional ASMR Nature Wildlife. Oops. I don't know, something like that, because I kind of whispered but kind of didn't. And you got the peepers in the background and stuff. All right, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, jeez. See, I just dropped the phone. It just fell off the branch. Ha!